everyone! So today I'm actually going to share with you guys my June favorites. I know this is kind of late, being that it's like almost halfway through July, but I thought I'd share anyway. I have my little basket of goodies. A lot of this stuff comes in pairs, which is kind of odd, but I'm just going to get right into it. So I live in a very hot state, being Florida, and we've pretty much been in summer since like February, killer humidity, and so my focus for this summer was to just find something super lightweight as far as makeup goes, and unfortunately for me, I've never been able to find some sort of drugstore moisturizer, like tinted moisturizer or anything, so I always have to kind of opt for a more higher end situation. And so after months of just thinking about it, I just decided to go ahead and try it because I've heard so many great things about it. I decided to pick up the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue Tinted Hydrating Gel Cream, and this is in Spice. And it's amazing. I have super oily skin, sometimes with minor dry patches, but overall pretty oily. And I do like that it doesn't actually make it extra oily, even though it's hydrating. Everything just kind of gets sucked in. If I do feel like I need a little extra help, I might pat it down with a little bit of like a matted powder or something. But overall, it's been working really. It does have SPF, I want to say 30, yep. Which is great, so that's really nice because I get a lot of sunspots on my face really easily, so that's pretty cool. And then to go with this, I actually have really dark under eye circles, which you can kind of tell that I have them still. It's been a very long day, and I wake up really early in the morning, so it tends to be a little difficult to really hide them very well. So I have about 3 concealers that I kind of alternate throughout. One very heavy duty one, and then 2 others for the looking a little better, but you still need some help kind of days. There's one in particular that I've kind of set aside for a little bit, because I just thought that it was just too creamy and it wasn't really, I wasn't feeling it at the moment. But I decided to give it another try, and it's, this one's by Tarte. Okay, just kidding. It's the Maracuja Creaseless Concealer, and this is in, I want to say, tan. Yeah, in tan. And it actually is pretty good at being creaseless, again, because I have a bit of oil that tends to build up around my T-zone mostly. Concealers do crease super easily on me, but this one's actually pretty good at not doing so, just as it says on here. And even though it's full coverage, or it says it's full coverage, it's not as full as I would prefer it to be, which is the only downside, but it does have a little bit of highlighting to it, so when I just need it to brighten up my eyes a little bit, it actually does help, and I've been really enjoying that. So for this month, I've definitely been picking it up. Next, I will talk about my mascaras. I have 2 that I've been really loving, the Benefit Roller Lash, and I have a mini of the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. Funny name, doesn't really bother me, it's okay. I normally do not spend that much money on mascaras just because it's a mascara. My eyelashes are pretty long as it is, but I just seem to always buy the wrong drugstore versions, so I decided, alright, I guess I'll try something a little higher end. It's been out for a few months now, and a lot of people seem to really enjoy it, and I am definitely one of those people. It's amazing at holding a curl. I don't even use eyelash curlers with this, and it holds all work day long. When I go out, it doesn't clump on me. I don't even need to use that much. I don't really have any on right now because I just wanted to keep it quite simple for today. But I really do love it, and I'll definitely be repurchasing this as soon as I run out. And then the Too Faced one, I just wanted to try it out first before I committed to the $20-something value of it, just because I already had this one and I kind of just wanted to alternate back and forth. This one's actually really good too. I almost like it a little bit more than the Benefit Roller Lash, because it actually makes them even fuller and longer. The only thing is that I feel like with this it clumps up just a little bit more than the Benefit one, but not too bad. And so I'm pretty sure that once I run out of this, I might end up actually picking up the fuller size of it. So on to my next few things. I don't have too much. Have a couple more beauty and then some fashion items. Next is nail polish. I work with paper pretty much all day. I don't have the opportunity to moisturize a lot, so I have like really brittle nails and my cuticles are not the best. So I really hate not having some sort of nail polish on me. I currently have one now by Essie, which I might mention in a different video, but it's one of their summer 2015 polishes in the color Gelato, and I love it. But there's actually two colors that I've used pretty frequent this month, and one is by Essie and the other is by Rimmel. And the first is Rimmel London's 60 Seconds. I actually picked this up a couple of months ago, but now that we're in the full swing of summer, it's a color that I've been picking up a lot. And this one's called Mind the Gap Victoria, and it's just a beautiful periwinkle blue. It looks really nice against my olive skin, and it actually does last a while, even though it was like one of the more cheaper nail polishes that I have. It does dry really quickly, which I love. I'm really bad at painting my nails and staying still till it dries. I kind of tend to just want to get up and do something, so this is also really good for that. And then the second one is actually an Essie polish. I don't have too many Essies just because they're just a little overpriced for me as far as nail polishes go, because again, they chip so easily that for me to spend $9, $10 on a nail polish is kind of crazy. But they do have a great color selection, and sometimes I just can't find cheaper versions of a color that I really like, so I just suck it up, do it, whatever, it's okay. This one's Saint Tropez, and it's just a really amazing neutral color. It's got a little bit of a pink undertone to it, a little bit of gray, a little bit of taupe. It's just a great overall color. I thought my nails and hands were gonna look kind of dead because it's such a pale color, but it actually looks really, really pretty on. And this is definitely a color that I use like all year long. Now, next, we're going to go into some fashion things, I guess. Again, going back to the fact that I live in Florida, sunglasses are definitely a must. It is very sunny here, regardless of the super cloudy, rainy weeks that we have in the summer. I'm really sensitive when it comes to the sun. If I'm outside and I'm facing the sun and you're wanting to take a picture of me, you better do it quick because my eyes will water, I will blink, and it's a disaster. It always has been. So I'm one to purchase more branded sunglasses because they're just better for me than getting like cheapy ones from like Forever 21 and stuff. So I have two that I've been wearing a lot this month, and really just for the last few months. These aren't very new. They've been out for a while, and I've actually had this pair for quite some time now. And so yeah, so they're just now kind of becoming popular, which is really weird to me. But I've had these for quite some time and I love them. I actually got them for a really good price off of Overstock. I don't think they're in stock anymore actually, but you can check to see. They're just the Ray-Ban rounded, I think the metal rounded glasses or something like that. They don't have like a super specific name, but I love these. They're great. They fit my face perfectly. These are great. Love them. And then the second pair are actually from ASOS or ASOS, however you pronounce it. But I've been after sunglasses like these forever. I saw a pair in Urban Outfitters. Should have purchased them. Don't know why. I was like, meh, I don't really care. I'll just leave them there and I'll buy them whenever. I don't know. They sold out. Never came back in stock. I've checked for many different dupes. And finally, I saw one of my favorite bloggers, Susie from Hello October, purchase these from ASOS, and I was like, oh my gosh, I need to purchase them right away. About the same price as the ones that I originally wanted. The frame's a little thicker, not the worst thing, but I love them. It's these. They are a tortoiseshell, but they're like beige and kind of blackish brown. So they're not typical brown and black tortoise. They're a lot lighter, and I love these so much. At first, I was like, no, they're a bit big for my face. I'm not used to having frames so thick, but I've grown to really, really love them. They pretty much go with everything because they're fairly monochrome, and I wear a lot of neutrals. So they are just spectacular. They're not too heavy, even though they look really bulky. And they're perfect. They protect my eyes in as much as I need it. And I love these. Perfect for the summer again because of the color and getting a heck of a lot of wear out of this. So we're coming down to the last two items, and then I'm going to wrap this up because I'm looking at the timer and it is definitely running a bit long. So last two things are a pair of shoes. Sandals are a must. Wearing flats is pretty okay because you're still getting a little bit of air in your feet. But anything socks related in this 95+ degree weather is horrible. It is uncomfortable. I barely own socks, mostly because I use them for my boots in the winter, which I cannot wait to pull out. So I always try to rack up a couple of really just nice sandals that I can wear for the good chunk of the year. But this time I opted out for a pair of clogs kind of shoes. So I opted for a pair from Old Navy, and it's these guys right here. They're just this really pretty soft, like brown kind of faux leather material. It's not real wood, but you know, they're hard plastic. They kind of sound like they are when you walk in them. They are crazy comfortable. I've worn them an entire shift, and I work 9-hour shifts. And my feet have not bothered me. They are absolutely the best. I did think about purchasing these in black as well, but I was like, nope. I'm just going to be good and get the brown, and I've definitely gotten so much wear out of them, and I love them, and I'm going to continue to wear them, and they're great. They were like, I don't know, 25, 30 bucks, which is amazing for shoes like this. But yeah, so these are definitely great. And my last item are a pair of Birkenstocks. I have the Arizona full black with the black hardware because I don't like the silver on the shoe. It breaks it up too much, and I just wanted a full black so that if I'm wearing gold, not that it really matters that you wear two different metals, for those who do, I kind of do. I wanted to just be able to wear whatever metal jewelry I wanted to with these shoes. I was definitely one that was like, Birkenstocks, really? Is that really becoming a thing? And I didn't think I'd get sucked into it, especially for how fairly pricey they are. Probably the most I've ever spent on a pair of shoes, not gonna lie. Never thought it'd be Birkenstocks. I thought it would at least be a pair of boots or boots. But I'm glad I bought them. They're super comfortable. It took a while for my feet to break them in because I have a flat foot, unfortunately, and so anything that has a really high arch just is really uncomfortable after a while. But my feet are really starting to adjust. I did make the buckle go all the way to the last button because I have a really narrow foot, so my feet just slip in and out of things really easily. But yeah, I love them. They're great. They really seem to work your calf muscle when you have to walk a lot in them, but that doesn't really bother me too much. But yeah, they go with everything, and my fiance hates them. They're my grandma's shoes, according to him. I don't really care. I love them. I bought them. Whatever. But yeah, so we've come to the end of this. This was a lot longer than I thought it would be. And yeah, hope you guys are having a lovely Tuesday and have a great rest of the week.